Hey there, once again, board members. Things are starting to heat up in a Marvel Crisis Protocol character review, as today we look at Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider. As you know, in these reviews, I like to start with the top line stats. He's got, on his healthy side, 7 health, medium movement, he's size 3, and threat level 5. His physical defense is 3. His energy and psychic defenses are 4. His first ability, Chains of Damnation, is an energy attack. It's a range of 3 with 6 dice. So he'd have to get pretty close to this sneaky Black Widow over here. After this attack is resolved, Ghost Rider gains power equal to the damage dealt. If he rolls any wild dice, he's going to get to activate Hex after the attack is resolved. Hex puts a hex, basically, on your opponent. That hex prevents them from rolling any extra dice off of crits that they have rolled. It stinks. Shake Hex as soon as you can. His next attack, also an energy attack, is Beam 3, Flames of Hell. If Spider-Man wanted to swoop in to help out, he could get caught right in this beam. Costs 2 power, gets to roll 5 dice, and if this attack deals damage after the attack is resolved, the target character gains the Incinerate special condition. Basically, Incinerate will remove one of your defense dice from your defense rolls. Get out of here, Spider-Man. You were last video. Third attack is Penance Strike. This is a psychic attack. Has a range of 3, dice of 5, costs 5 power. You can add dice to the attack roll equal to the amount of power the target character has to a maximum of 5. Instead of gaining power for the damage dealt by this attack, the target character loses 1 power for each damage dealt. That is pretty powerful. Basically going to drain your power by adding more dice because of the amount of power you have. Seems like a cycle there, but he is on a motorcycle, so I guess that makes total sense. His next ability is Hell on Wheels. Advance this character long. This superpower can only be used once per turn. One of the things I'll say about Ghost Rider is he is very fast. Incredibly fast. Let's take a look at that real quick. If he were to start his turn, I don't know. Let's put him right towards the edge of the screen here. He has a movement of medium. He could move medium. He could attack Black Widow here with his Chains of Damnation, giving himself some energy or giving himself some power if he inflicts damage with that attack. Then, for his, that's his second action. For his third action, he could move long and get out of harm's way by spending 3 power to use Hell on Wheels. So to give you an idea, let's see how far he can cross straight across. If he just use movement on his turn. This is a very interesting thing I find about Ghost Rider. I'm going to put him at the edge of the board here. He gets to move medium. And if he just ignores everything else, I'm going to move medium again. Then for 3 power, he can move long, crossing to the end of my camera. Pretty far. He is a mobile, fiery skeleton. Now let's talk about Wicked's Judgment. Costs 2 power, and after an attack made by a character within 3 of Ghost Rider is resolved, if that attack targeted another allied character, Ghost Rider can use this superpower. The attacking character suffers 1 damage for each critical in its attack roll. So, if Black Widow was to attack Spider-Man, a friend of Ghost Rider's today, not really, while within 3 of Ghost Rider and she rolled criticals on Spider-Man, she's going to take damage for each critical that she rolled against Spider-Man. How dare she attack Spider-Man while in range of Ghost Rider? He protects his friends. Spirit of Vengeance. After an attack is made by an enemy character within 3 of Ghost Rider is resolved, if that attack targeted another allied character, Ghost Rider gains 1 power. So, interesting synergy between Wicked's Judgment and Spirit of Vengeance. Example, Spider-Man was back on the scene, and he's friends with Ghost Rider. Black Widow attacks Spider-Man, rolls crits. That activates Spirit of Vengeance, giving Ghost Rider 1 power. He could use one of those power, if he had another, to activate Wicked's Judgment for 2 power, stating that Black Widow would take damage equal to the number of crits she rolled on Spider-Man. Like I said, he really enacts vengeance for his friends. The only thing to note on his injured side is that his top line stats changed just a little bit. Instead of having 7 health, he goes down to 6 health, for a total of 13 health. That's going to wrap up the review for Ghost Rider. Trying to collect some of my thoughts. I don't script any of these. I always say my videos are never scripted, heavily edited. And so, what do I think about First Rider? What do I think of Ghost Rider first glance? I think that Hex and Incinerate are both very, very powerful. Get those on your opponents as soon as possible. I really like the whole vengeance synergy thing, where if an enemy attacks a friend of yours within 3 of Ghost Rider, he powers himself up and then can use that power to use what's Wicked's Judgment to deal damage to that enemy. I think that's pretty powerful. I think he's a great character for 5 threat. I believe he's Defenders. I think he's on the Defenders team, and I think that's going to be pretty fun. I want to put together something like that with Doctor Strange. I think Hulk is in the Defenders. Namor, who's not a character as of the recording of this, which is late January 2021. Who knows? Namor the Submariner might show his face. But all in all, I like his movement. So speedy. He could claim objectives around the board and whip enemies into a frenzy with that chain and hell on wheels, get out of dodge. So he's a cool character. I think he's a lot of fun. Fiery and feisty, puns all intended. I think you should give him a shot. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. I've got many more reviews to come. I looked online, there's something like 60 some odd figures, so I'm only a few deep. I've got many to go, and I hope that I can continue to bring you edutainment. It's entertainment that educates. Once again, thanks again for watching, and as always, we'll see you at the next boardroom meeting.